Kevin Durant to the San Antonio Spurs this 2025 NBA offseason? Well, here on the screen is a trade proposal or a trade idea from fadeawayworld.net. The link to this article is down below in case you want to go ahead and check it out for yourself. But this trade would see the San Antonio Spurs receiving Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns receiving Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, the number 2 overall draft pick this year, and a 2027 first from the Atlanta Hawks. So this is actually quite a bit to give up for someone like Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant, keep in mind, is still one of the best players in the NBA. Despite the fact that he is getting up there in age, he had a tremendous year this past year for the Suns, despite the Suns not really being that good of a team. So if Kevin Durant were to go to a team like San Antonio, for instance, that has some superstar talent on the roster in the form of Wemby and De'Aaron Fox, like, this could be a perfect landing spot for him for the last little bit of his NBA career. So if Kevin Durant can kind of come to San Antonio next year, perhaps be a leader from day one, lead the team in scoring, etc. And then as his play slowly regresses as he gets older in age, perhaps this is when Wemby takes control of the steering wheel and drives the team to a championship. So I think if Kevin Durant is traded, all three Texas teams make a ton of sense in my opinion. All three have high-end draft capital. They have young players as well as roster players. In this case, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, more than capable starting players in this league. The number 2 overall draft pick this year, so if that, for example, is like a Dylan Harper per se, that's a perfect move for the Phoenix Suns to make for the future of this franchise. And then kind of recouping some draft capital, which they don't really have, by getting the Hawks pick in 2027. That could also be a lottery pick down the road. I guess only time will tell. So I understand why the Suns and the Spurs may come together and make this deal. If you're a Spurs fan, I think the idea of them going for a championship as early as next year has to be pretty intriguing. Having a big three of De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Durant, as well as Victor Wembanyama, that is pretty awesome. And this might be unpopular, but I think the winner of this deal is probably the Suns, because getting back the 2nd overall draft pick, plus another draft pick, and 2 more than capable starting players in this league is pretty good work in my books for a Kevin Durant trade, who I do believe is like 36 or 37 years old. But as always, leave your thoughts.